Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at the monsters and demons from Greek mythology. However, before we begin, just a reminder that we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Greek mythology is filled with an array of horrendous and terrifying monsters, demons, and not forgetting a host of fearful and strange creatures. The first monster that comes to mind is the terrifying, fire-breathing chimera. It was described by the ancients as a three-headed monster. The chimera had the head of a lion, the head of a snake, and the head of a goat. It also had lion's claws on its front legs, while the rear legs were that of a goat, and it had the tail of a snake. This hybrid creature was known to have terrorized the land of Lycia in Asia Minor. Eventually, the chimera met its doom at the hands of the Greek hero Bellerophon. The Gorgons were female monsters depicted as having snakes on their head instead of having hair. It was also believed that some Gorgons had tusks, wings, and brazen claws. Perhaps the most nefarious of the Gorgons were the three sisters, Euryale, Medusa, and Satano. With regard to Euryale, it was said that she could kill with a scream. The monster Euryale rose from the depths of the sea, and tradition has it that she was immortal. Just the sound of her anguished cries or a gaze from her hideous face could turn anyone to stone and then crumble to sand. The second of the nefarious Gorgon sisters was Medusa. It was believed that anyone who looked into her eyes would immediately be turned to stone. Medusa, unlike her sisters, was mortal. She met her end at the hands of Perseus, who beheaded her. The last of the Gorgon sisters was Satano, who perhaps was the most vicious of the three. Satano was known to be the most independent of the three sisters and a ferocious killer. Tradition has it that she killed more men than both her siblings combined. When Euryale and Satano learned that Perseus had slain Medusa, they sought revenge. Fortunately, Perseus was able to elude them because of a helmet presented to him by Hades, which when worn, Perseus was able to become invisible. Another horrific monster that was slain by Perseus was Acetus. He battled the monster to save Princess Andromeda, who was a sacrificial offering to the monster. In other tales, Heracles slays Acetus in order to save the Trojan princess Hesione. What were the Ceti? Tradition has it that they were huge sea creatures and are often depicted as monstrous sea serpents. Other depictions of the Ceti are of a creature with the head of a hound and the body of a whale, with a divided fan-like tail. The Jews refer to this creature as a tananim. In the book of Genesis, it makes its first appearance. They are creatures created by God on the fifth day. The tananim were also mentioned in the books of Exodus, Deuteronomy, Psalms, Job, Ezekiel, Isaiah, and Jeremiah, and have been described as great whales or even dragons. Hollywood has mistakenly called this creature of the deep the Kraken. True, the Kraken was a sea monster of gigantic size. However, it was from Norse, not Greek mythology. According to the Norse sagas, Kraken dwelled off the coast of Norway and Greenland. According to the sailors it terrorized, it resembled a giant squid. Hydras were also monsters that preyed upon humans. During his second labor, Heracles confronted the Lernaean Hydra. This multi-headed serpent-like creature guarded an underworld beneath Lake Lerna. As Hercules cut off each of the Hydra's heads, another immediately grew back. Realizing through this tactic he could not defeat this nemesis. With each decapitation, Hercules then immediately cauterized each wound, thereby ensuring that nothing could grow in its stead. For Heracles' 12th and final labor, he had to descend to the underworld and return with Cerberus, the multi-headed hound of Hades. Cerberus guarded the gates of the underworld and prevented the dead from leaving. He was a monstrous creature that was often depicted with one head of a serpent and the other two of vicious dogs. We can clearly see that the Greeks had a genuine fear of the unknown, yet they pressed on. It was through their adventurous spirit and their epic tales that the lessons were being taught were that, regardless of the odds, one could prevail. This brings us to the end of part 1 of Monsters and Demons from Greek Mythology. In part 2, we will be taking a look at your questions and comments. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Traveler's Tales. Just as a reminder, we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. For your convenience, we have also listed our email address and Instagram information. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps the channel grow. Kartistos.